Hey everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest stories popping off in the music industry at the moment. And that is the purchase of Taylor Swift's catalog via the purchase of her former label, Big Machine Records, by one Mr. Scooter Braun, who is an entertainment manager, who I guess Taylor Swift has a pretty storied past with, that she goes into a little bit on this Tumblr post that we will link you to down below. You can essentially see the linkages between her, Kanye, Scooter, the whole situation, and falling out in the phone call recording with Kim Kardashian, because of course the situation that she cannot stop reflecting on extends itself into this current drama that she's going through at the moment. So as a result of this story that Taylor Swift has poured her heart out about on social media here, there has been this prevailing hashtag, Stand With Taylor, and there's been this outpouring of sympathy and concern for Taylor as a result of all of this. And I guess I'll let you guys know here from what I'm reading. Do I stand with Taylor? Am I concerned with this situation? On the baseline aspects, the more industry-oriented aspects of this story here, not really. And the reason why is I can't really feel uniquely bad for Taylor's situation because it's truly not unique. The types of rights ownership that we're talking about here that Taylor has with her label in regards to her music, in that she doesn't own the rights, she doesn't own the masters of her music, yeah, that's pretty much standard. That is what happens in most music contracts, especially in the major label side of the industry. What's different with Taylor Swift, though, is that she has come out on the other end of it a multimillionaire. Do I sympathize with the whole situation with Taylor not owning her music? Of course I do, in a sense, and I will get into that later. But I mean, again, on the more boilerplate aspects of the situation, in terms of, oh, I don't own my music, the label owns my music, so on and so forth, yeah, that's pretty much the way things go. However, where a majority of my sympathies lie in regards to the situation is that it does kind of suck, and you can read about this in detail to an extent in this post over here. It does suck that Taylor Swift wasn't really offered the opportunity to buy her masters back from her label. And I could understand maybe why that wouldn't have been offered, because it seems like her former label head just wanted to get rid of the whole thing, and there's no way the label would have sold for the $300 million price tag that Scooter Braun paid if Taylor Swift's discography was not a part of the whole kit and caboodle. And again, that is the extent to which my sympathies sort of lie here, because it does suck to be incredibly successful as an artist and not really own the rights to your success. And there have been some very notable struggles and, again, successes over the course of popular music history in terms of artists owning and buying back the rights to their music. And from what I'm reading about her past with this Scooter Braun individual, this guy may in fact, and I'm not kidding here, this guy may in fact be buying this label to get in her craw, you know? Given recent history between both of them, given the Kanye connection. And he went onto social media to sort of echo and boost a post where a friend of his had sort of like bragged about him buying Taylor Swift, and he shared it. Again, I will say I do sympathize, and I do stand with Taylor insofar as I do think she should be given the opportunity to buy her masters back. And I would love it if we lived in a world where we had some kind of rules or regulations in terms of how labels interacted with artists and signed them on, because a great deal of record labels, frankly, from my experience and from my reading and just being in the industry in the surface level way that I've been, a great deal of what artists are subjected to in terms of contractual obligations can be pretty predatory. That element of the story I think is truly terrible. It only gets worse once you throw Scooter Braun into the mix, considering the negative experiences that she's had with him. And I get there are people out there who have some very strong and negative opinions on Taylor Swift. I've made videos where I have expressed the same, but still, that doesn't take away from the fact that this is particularly shady, manipulative, and even demoralizing for not just Taylor, but for any artist who could potentially be put in a situation like this. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Taylor Swift, music rights and ownership forever.